Hi, good morning. I'm Jill Sandwright Calendar, and as you can see, um, I see if I get my sound pumped up here. As you can see, we are in the process of moving. Lots of tit-tats to make homes for, but I didn't want to postpone coming to you any longer than today. It's been about 6 weeks since we've last spoken, and as I said, this is an update. Real quick, I have had on my schedule to get volume 2 of Making Do published, put together, formatted, and published by this fall. And September was my date, my month, but I'm now thinking it's going to be October, November, because one thing that I did that I hadn't done on this version of Making Do, which is the volume 1, before we changed the cover, the other books are packed up, still looking for them, is I did not have readers, dedicated readers to read the manuscript. I had one person doing, she had looked at the volume as a reader, but she was mostly concerned with corrections, grammar, editing. And that's what I did. And then and I looked at it too, and it was so weird when we published the book, we still found problems or little edits, he instead of a name of the person, some dull words. It's just typical. You're reading it and you don't see these errors anymore. So that was the most critical part that I thought, is to have this person look at it. Then, after much reflection, I decided that, we need to, I need some feedback. Well, and feedback from people who hadn't seen any of the previous passes that I had made, as my two writer buddies had, Steve Bonenberger and Lo Mainhart. They were my two co-writing buddies. We had like a little, not co-writers of the book, but we had formed a little consortium where we read each other's material. And after a while, we all, we're just very impressed with what we had read of others. And also we had a no criticism policy. So I didn't anticipate that my writers group would come up with some hard and fast, you need to change this, except for things that were the one key piece I did get as a bit of advice was, can you make this into multiple volumes? Because when I first started, it was just one book. And now I see that was really key advice. Thank you, Lo. So this time I have 3 readers reading it, 4, and I started to get some of the feedback, and I could not rush them through this process. So that's why instead of September, I'm looking at October, November. But I'm very, very happy to know that they took non-paid. They took this job seriously. And I've already got a couple of errors thrown my way, making additional edit notes. But so anyhow, just if you're working on something like this, there may be moves, there may be work, jobs. One friend said she can't even start on her book because she has so much work to do at her job. I'm working on the side virtually as a consultant for a couple of schools. I know how it is. I'm married. I don't want to take any time away from my husband, but just as in my prayers, I ask God, please show me what you want me to do at this juncture with this volume. And I'm going to just be honest. It's not in my timeline. So I'm hoping and praying, and I know that God will provide a way to complete this book before Christmas. And it's going to be much better than it originally was when I first, believe it or not, finished it in 2022. So I had more thoughts, more ideas especially after getting comments back on volume one. And I just think you're going to really love this one. So I'll get back with you in time, um, continue my unpacking and setting up, and I'll talk with you later. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please share and keep working. It's worth it. It's worth it working on your book, your writing. So God bless you. Bye bye.